Let's also get insights from political strategist Malu Tiquia. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for joining us again on our program.
Good morning, Angelo. Good morning, Angela. And good morning to everyone.
Ganda ng ngiti ni ma'am.
Ngayon walang uli kayo nakita
Oo
eh.
nga nice to see you
Kaya nga,
po.
good morning
Oo,
daw.
oo, oo.
Masaya ba kayo, ma'am? Because sa mga salin, linabas na. Ano ba ang reaction mo dito, ma'am?
Well, welcome development yung SALN. Madali naman palang ilabas. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit ayaw nilang ilabas. Kaso, hindi naman lahat naglabas,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Congratulations dun sa unang matatapang ng loob na ilabas yon, pero yung sana mas maganda kung yung puno at saka lahat ng pababa mailabas para makita talaga natin, no? Kasi napaka-interesting nung documents eh.
Yes.
Speaking of interesting, a lot of people are talking about, of course, itong release ng SALN sa mga senador, and one of which is yung kay Senator Chis Escudero being one of the poorest senators, no, doon sa list natin. Do you believe that?
Ako'y hindi naniniwala masyado dun sa kanya kasi ah well, puwedeng kanya lang 'yon, kasi makikita mo masyadong maluho yung asawa. Pero yung asawa naman, may, pinanggagalingan. So, but that is the document. So, if it's 18 million, then he is the poorest, quote unquote, unlike during the time of Labier, who everyone accepted the document as being real and
Yes.
being true because he lived within his means, no? So let's see the full document and let's start, ang challenge dun kasi is we will have a system of verification, and both the public and an independent those interested in studying the documents.
That's
And
right.
alam mo, Angela, ang importante doon, we should be able to get the previous SALN. Because
Right.
if you just use today's SALN, it doesn't tell you much.
That's actually a good
But
point.
'di ba, if the SALN that was released were from the time he was a senator in the 19th Congress till today, then you will see the incremental drop or the incremental increase or the really huge jump. Right now, we're just looking at the document per se.
Why do you think, ma'am, sa lower house? Until now, ang daming sinasabi bago i-release yung salin as a whole.
Alam mo, Angelo, doon ako natatawa, no? Kasi nag-release na yung speaker eh.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
yung release ng speaker, talagang wag ka na mag-focus doon muna sa amount, no? Yung relatives in government. So talagang yung yan ang masasabi mong dynastic, 'di ba? So kung yun ang characterization ng leader ng house, what more yung iba? At ang interesting diyan, Angelo, yung dating naging yung dating party list na naging regular
Yes.
congressman. 'Di ba, makikita mo 'yun. So ang kailangan natin time series ng document, hindi lang yung today, salamat at nag-release kayo today, pero kailangan natin para mapag-aralan natin ano ba talaga ang DNA ng ating kongreso. Well, ang nakikita natin based on the initial document, milyonaryo, 'pag tiningnan natin yung sa Senado, it's a billionaire to a millionaire range.
Yes.
Walang mahirap. Tapos 'pag binusisi mo, maraming land holdings.
Yes.
'Di ba yung asset nila, parang wala sa kanila ang may utang. 'Di ba? Parang, merong mga payables pero hindi yung liabilities na
That's right.
as determined by the SALN, no? At makikita mo kung paano nila pina-parse yung kanilang assets, kaya ang net worth gano'n kalaki.
But do you believe yung pagdidelay ng lower house will cause some erosion with regards to trust sa public? Because a lot of people are talking online. Naglilinis ba kayo ng salin? Nagko-compute ba kayo na maayos? Kaya ang tagal
Angelo,
i-release?
Kinakamada
agree,
pa.
agree ako doon, no? Let's not miss the point. Kaya nga hinihingi ng tao i-release mo yung SALN. That is building the trust, the public trust back, no? Kung hindi mo i-release yan, napakadaling sabihin na ay talagang wala yang salin, hindi yan ang measurement natin para masabing yumaman ka ba sa pwesto o hindi. Tandaan natin ang salin is filed every year, at doon mo makikita yumaman ka ba sa pwesto. At ang hindi na yan hypothesis kung sa isang pag-aaral.
Yes.
Sa tingin ko there is correlation. The longer you stay in political power, the higher your net worth.
Yung mayaman.
Oo,
Well,
di ba?
Oo. Well, ma'am, kasi ngayon, sabi nga nila, it's not going to be hard anymore to get a copy of SALENS because of the lifting of the restrictions by the ombudsman. So, ngayon, para sa isang ordinaryong tao, what's next, di ba? This might be one step forward to transparency. But ano pa yung mga dapat tignan ko to make sure na itong politiko na to ay tumatalima sa batas?
Well, ang una nga, ang suggestion ko, mailabas sana yung 19th at saka yung 20th, no? Pagkatapos, ilagay yan sa portal. So kung pwede tayong maglagay ng portal ng SALN para mapag-aralan at ma-access. Yung ginagawa kasing infograph na linalabas, yung
Right.
total lang doesn't tell you anything eh. It ranks. 'Di ba? From the richest to the, well, not really poor. Pero yung content, magandang tingnan yun eh. Kasi pwedeng yumaman ka dahil inherited wealth. 'Di ba?
Yes.
Tumaas ang value mo. Pero yung purchase, kailan? Ano ang lupang ito? Nasa posisyon ka? Purchase ka ng purchase? What does it tell you? 'Di ba? So maraming magandang mapag-aralan yung pwede nga yang maging thesis o dissertation eh. Basta
That's right.
meron tayong long-term yung time series o longitudinal studies, at maganda sana yung congressman na pabalik-balik, patagal ng patagal, dapat meron tayong access dun sa simula kang umupo. Kasi meron diyan iba, nagtapos sa House, nagtapos ng 9 years, nagpahinga, bumalik uli.
Yes. That's right.
Or nagpahinga, ang nagpahinga asawa o anak. So it's still within the family. So maraming papag-aralan doon at makakatulong 'yon, napakalaking bagay matutulong niyan sa paghalal ng tamang leader.
That's right.
Right.
And we all know this issue of the releasing of SALENS, uminit ito because of yung recent flood control projects. Now we have a new ombudsman in place, we have the ICI, we have SALENS coming out. What else should the Filipino people look at? Kasi medyo natatagalan na tayo to see people who be held accountable eh.
Yeah.
Parang is it going to be like the Janet Napoles cases before na madidismiss lang pala yung iba?
Dagdagan ko yan, ma'am, because sinabi ni President Bongbong Marcos, we cannot rush these cases. Sabi niya, we have to follow due process.
Well, una, siguro sagutin ko yung we cannot rush. Ang isang ghost project, hindi mo irarush. Anong kailangan mong dokumento para hindi kasuhan yung ghost projects? 'Di ba merong 428 na
Yes.
ghost projects? Filean mo na ng kaso, ghost projects eh. 'Di ba? I mean, common sense lang 'yun.
It's
Hindi mo
obvious na
kailangan ng forensic doon, no? O pangalawa, tandaan mo yung sinabi ni Angelo, no? 91 days na tayo since July 28. Wala tayong nakikitang nakakasuhan o pinailan man lamang na congressman o senador. Ang parating kwinakuan ang mga district engineers.
Right.
Yes.
Pero hanggang doon lang. Bakit? Yun ang tanong ko. 91 days na-declare na ghost projects ito. Bakit hindi nyo habulin na yung ghost projects? Para malaman natin sino ang nag-encash ng pera at bakit walang proyekto. Ganun lang commonsensical eh, no? So, maraming, ang nakakalungkot dito, nasa 91 days tayo, tahimik ang ICI kasi daw inaayos nila yung kanilang rules for what
Live
they call this,
streaming.
making it public, no, ICI. Tahimik ang Senado dahil ngayon lang sa history kayo, pareho kayong I guess reported from the Senate. Ngayon lang tayo nagkaroon ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee chair na nag-resign, pagkatapos babalik. Tapos yung gagawin niya, ina-announce na niya. Tapos sa House, wala na. So tahimik na. Tahimik in the forefront.
Right.
Ano nangyayari sa mahiya naman kayo? 'Di
Right,
ba? Tayo naghihintay kasi taxes natin maraming galit. At yung mga maraming binayad na taxes, mas lalong nagagalit kasi merong balita na tataasan daw ang VAT.
Yes,
I mean, ang daming mga permutations ng balita na hindi maganda sa taxpayers. Alam mo, ang nakakalungkod dito, yung middle class revolt, huwag niyong hintayin.
that's right.
Kasi yung middle class talagang pigang-piga na eh. Yung mahihirap na andyan, merong safety nets yan. Pero yung ang middle class, walang safety nets yan. Nagbabayad para magandang serbisyo, pero anong nangyayari?
Oo. Ma'am, yun nga sa Senado nabanggit nyo, I think I was telling Diego also over the past few weeks that we're wasting too much energy and time discussing the feelings of the senators kung paano nila ginagawa yung investigasyon dyan, ano. But I was reading your article, ma'am, ano, and you said about Ombudsman Boying Remulla, as ombudsman, the threat of institutional capture is more real than ever. No? So what do you mean by that po?
Well, alam mo Angela, he is a politician. 'Di ba? He came from Congress. He is part of the dynasty in Cavite. So if you assume the ombudsman, it's essentially you're saying, and he's acting that way, that what I bring in to the equation is I am a politician. I used to be DOJ, which is prosecutorial, and now I am ombudsman. So nagkakaroon na ng intermarry yung mga dati niyang posisyon to hindi ka neutral. 'Di ba? Tatandaan natin bakit sinabi ni Martires that you cannot get the SALN before you have to notify us. Dahil sa nangyari kay Supreme Court Chief Justice Corona.
Corona.
Oo, 'di ba? Kung natatandaan natin 'yon, ginamit yung SALN. Abay, ang haba. 12 charges doon sa impeachment complaint. Ano ang nakuha lang siya dahil saan? It's not even part of the charges. It's part of the SALN. And during that time, sa SALN, you can correct it. Kaya nung nahatulan si Chief Justice Corona, lahat ng congressman kinorek. Kasi you are given the chance to correct kung ano ang hindi mo na-report. So yun yung rason kung bakit, sandali lang ha, hindi pwede mag-fishing expedition sa SALN. Magsabi muna kayo. Yun yung sabi ni Ombudsman Martires bago kayo kumuha. Kaso naging kagawian na kailangan kang humingi ng permiso. Na pag tiningnan mo sa RA 6713, ang SALN is given to the public. It's made public. Kaya nga,
That's right.
sworn assets and liabilities network, di ba?
What caught my attention kanina, ma'am, you mentioned the word the middle class burnout, no? We all know every successful moral, social revolt comes from a component of the military and middle class. Right now, I don't see it yet, yung tinatawag na trigger. But what do you think will be the tipping point for the middle class to finally say enough is enough?
I think when we reach by the end of November and nothing happens, nobody is charged, nobody is brought to jail. I mean, alam mo, Angelo, alam na natin kung sinong mastermind eh. Ang kailangan lang natin is the declaration na ito yung ginawa, ito yung sistema, ito yung kinita. More or less nakukuha na natin eh kasi dun sa nagkataon nung sinabi yan budget season.
Yes.
So talagang nabubuksan. Ako yung sumasaludo kay Senator Win Gatchalian dahil talagang hinihimay-himay niya. Alam mo, doon rin natin nakikita yung importansya ng bicameral. Kasi hindi lahat ng gusto ng House masusunod sa Senado. So makikita na natin, may play up na aalsin namin yung ayuda, aalsin namin yung ganyan, iniba yung word na lump sum, iniba yung word na unprogrammed appropriation, ginawang subject to release or something. Makikita mo na talagang nagsasaluhan yung dalawa at sa BICAM will be very heated. So diyan tayo talaga tumutok dahil baka mamaya ang mangyari katulad rin naman nung 2025 GAA. Siguro ako isang pitch lang sa Supreme Court. Kung sana inaksyonan nila yung pending na kaso sa GAA 2025 declaring it unconstitutional, hindi sana tayo ganitong kagulo, hindi sana tayo ganitong heated about what is happening with our public funds.
Right.
Pero hindi nga nila inaaksyonan.
Well, as always, thank you for your insights and we will continue to get in touch with you regarding these matters and others. Maraming salamat po, political strategist Maluti Kia.
Thank you.